What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss an upcoming middleweight bout at this Saturday's UFC 301. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly and help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it. We got Paul Craig taking on Caio Borralho in the middleweight division this Saturday in a fight that's got me kind of perplexed. You got Caio, right, who's riding like a 7-fight win streak, 2 finishes, and where I'm just not totally sold on him yet, right? His most recent victory against Abus didn't really look all that good in victory. A fight that I even thought he at times was down on the scorecards, had his moments, but it's just like, I don't know if it's just, he has good pressure, good gas tank, good wrestling, but he just doesn't look pretty while doing it. Very effective. I mean, he's got good wins over guys like Armin Petrosian, Michal Oleksiejczuk, Mahmoud Muradov. I mean, he's got some really good victories, right? But it's just the way that he does it. And I don't know if it's just because he's just kind of grinding out these decisions. And it's just like, it's not that he's going out there putting on these entertaining performances. It's just he's able to kind of stifle his opponent's game plan, but that kind of just seems to be his game plan. He's not really kind of searching for that finish. We saw it against Oleksiejczuk, but for the most part against Abus, like when it came to like his style, once he wasn't able to really just get it to the ground, he just was just largely ineffective. Wasn't really getting a lot done. And against a guy like Paul Craig, who's going to be looking for that finish, who's going to be looking for submissions the entire time, and with Caio, where his strengths is his wrestling and his grappling and getting it to the ground and his top pressure, that is where I can see Paul Craig catching him in something. And I've been a bit of a Paul Craig fan over the years, and I think that, I just like his style, and and sometimes it doesn't work for him, especially when he overcommits. Show that against Johnny Walker. But a lot of times, man, like, I mean, that guy will be down and out, but he's never like finished. Like, I mean, his fight against Magomed Ankalaev is like the perfect example. I mean, the guy lost 14 minutes and 50 seconds of a 15-minute fight. All he needed was those last 10 seconds to throw up that triangle choke and get the victory. And he's had a lot of inconsistencies within his career, and that's for sure. But he's also had a pretty good win streak in his own right before he kind of fought Volkan, Johnny Walker, and Brendan Allen. But he had huge wins over guys like Jamal Hill, Shogun, Nikita Krylov. That submission victory over Nikita Krylov was, man, I mean, one of my favorite triangle chokes I've seen in a while. I mean, it's just, the guy's dangerous all the time. He knows his positions, he knows his leverage, and I think Caio's strengths can play right into Paul Craig's strengths. So I could see Paul Craig getting some sort of victory off of his back, some sort of slick submission. But then again, if Caio's smart and just tries to stay on the outside and pepper Paul and just utilize his kickboxing, because Caio's a very long fighter too at 185, I could definitely see him doing that. It really just kind of, I think it really just falls on Caio's shoulders in this fight. I mean, Paul can go out there and look good, but when in the striking department, he's just very flat-footed and stiff, and he's not a striker, and going down to 185, I thought that his style would have translated well against Brendan Allen, but boy, was I wrong. Brendan went out there and bullied him, finished him by the third round. I mean, he just put on a clinic. And Caio, if he's just smart, patient, and is able to mix his shots up really well and just not use his grappling too much, I mean, use a little bit maybe to get Paul Craig thinking a little bit, drop his hands a little bit, open up the chin, open up the liver. You know what I mean? I could see that happening, but it's a very interesting case. I'm not totally sold on Caio yet, and I think that this fight will definitely bring out the best Caio Borralho that we're probably going to see. At least if we're going to see it, this is going to be the fight that makes it happen, I guess is kind of the point I'm trying to make here. And for Paul Craig, I mean, always dangerous, can be a contender at middleweight. His loss against Brendan Allen, I mean, Brendan Allen is a very, very tough, solid contender in the middleweight division, so no shame in losing to that guy, especially getting finished by him as well. So I think if Caio gets it to the ground, I think he's going to play right into Paul. But I think if Caio just stays outside, stays patient, picks his shots well, I think that we can see a really, really solid victory from Kyle in this fight. Guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this matchup. Do you guys think Paul Craig is going to get it done, or is Caio Borralho going to get it done? Love to hear your guys' thoughts. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. Help the channel grow. Mr. Mustache, MMA news out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.